One of my biggest money block was refusing money. Because I had this limiting belief that by accepting money, people will judge me as materialistic. I feared so much this for all my life. How will people perceive me? How will think about me? They will judge me as a greedy person, as a person that is after money, as a person that is selfish. And like I said, materialistic. This was the biggest, this word. I didn't want to be ever remembered by people and addressed, like characterized by people as materialistic. I wanted to control their image, their opinion about me, and I didn't want them to see me as a person that wants money. So anytime when somebody wanted to give me money for the things I did, for the things I offered to them, like a reward, I said no, thank you, no need. And of course, when you say no to money, what do you believe this energy will do? Will continue showing up in your life? Will come, but because you have this resistance against it, will come sparingly, like you did for me. I will share the story with you. Listen. In 2010, we moved in Tenerife. We are from Romania, me and my husband. And we came here. We were back then boyfriends. We have, yeah, you know what I mean. And we had a blog where we shared our experience as immigrants. We came here on the island with just 1,500 euros, less than 1,500 euros. I sold my motorcycle, my motocross motorcycle, and I sold my bicycle. And we came here, so without job, without knowing the language, the culture, so without speaking Spanish, and with a very basic level of English. We had the courage to do it. And of course, when you have the courage to do something that big, that is so outside of your comfort zone, what happened next? Yeah. Your comfort zone expands and you find out that it's not a big deal. And you survive it. Not only you survive, but you grow. So our income grew and our lifestyle grew as well. So we bettered our lives. And we share this experience. And now is a boss in front of my window and blocks the light. We will go with that. And on our blogs, we share tips and our day-to-day life as an immigrants and the things we discovered and things about money, of course, and how to inspire others to make significant changes in their lives, to motivate people to follow their desires. If they don't want to live in that cold climate, change it, for God's sake. Like us, we wanted a better climate all year long without that cold winter in Europe. So we moved. It's as well in Europe. Tenerife, it's part of Europe Union, but it's more geographically speaking part of Africa. So a better weather with fruits all year long, and local fruits. So we had these values to spend more time at the beach, more time in nature, more sunny days, and more fruits. And we went for this. I had more courage than my husband. He was putting the brake and he feared a lot doing this big change in our lives. But we managed to succeed. Wasn't a big deal. It wasn't that complicated. After all, we found that later. So we inspired people. We back then were very active on that blog, sharing a lot of this inspiring and motivational thoughts. So we wrote a lot. So we gave a lot of value to people. We gave. I now know. Back then I didn't understand that what I did was providing value, because the people that inspire others have a great value. You don't have to work hard in other ways, like physical jobs or intellectual, very consuming jobs in order to have value. I now know that. Back then, I didn't understand my value. And when somebody come to me, some of our readers, our fans come to me, to us actually, to give us a reward, to make a donation to us. What I did? Yeah, I said no. Because I feared this person will see me as materialistic. So this is only one example. And I now cringe I did that. Not because those money would have done a difference, a major difference in our life back then, because they wouldn't. But because I blocked the energy of more money coming into our lives. Because when you say no to money, money will stop showing in your life. And I've seen that. We struggled. We had a better life than in Romania, but we struggled sometimes. And in 1 month, when we didn't have money to pay the rent, because we had our downs and ups and downs, and we had to ask to my mother to help us with the rent, I took action. I had the courage to sell one of my paintings. I had a painting like that, a pink painting with a pregnant woman. Back then I was just after giving birth of my first child, so I was in this energy of motherhood and feminine energy. So my painting was about this. And no, I didn't sell the painting. I had the courage to put it up for sale. And after that moment, the painting didn't sold. I still have the painting, and I improved it because my skills at painting improved over years. And after that moment, money come to our life in more quantity. And in 5 months after that, we had enough money, and I had enough courage and creativity to write and publish, not only to write, to illustrate, write, illustrate and publish my first ever book. Until now, it's my only book. This happened in 2014, so 10 years ago. Oh my God, 10 years ago. It wasn't a big book, but was still a book with education around childbirthing and natural giving birth. I give birth at home. Both of my kids came outside of me at home. So the book was about that, and a bit of education, how to inspire. Was a children book, but mainly with more information, mainly for the mothers. And that book was a huge step for me, because it proved me that I can do it. But this happened, this taking action and fearing no more and making money, to have the money to actually self-publish that book, was because I started speaking openly about our struggles with money and our desire to have more money, and my courage to put a high price for that painting. I considered back then asking 1,000 euros for that painting was 60 on 90 centimeters, but the size doesn't matter. I was an unknown painter, so asking 1,000 euros was big to me. But having the courage to speak about money, to admit my desire for a better revenue, better income, I think is what did made the change and brought more money in our lives, and more creativity and even more actions, and having this result, creating this book. And yes, that was the story for this video, to inspire you to speak more about your desires, to take actions, to have courage, to believe in yourself. Yes, of course, to learn the skills that you need if you want to achieve a goal. But most importantly, to never, ever, ever refuse money. And I have more story about how I refused money in the past for products that I did. Even those products I didn't consider that are valuable enough to receive money for those. So subscribe and activate the notification bell to make sure you know you are notified when I post the future videos. Give it a like, share your comments in the box below. No. Okay, give it a like, share it with your friends, and let me know your thoughts about this. I'm curious. Have you ever refused money because you believed that it's not your right to have those monies? I would love to know. And yes, the last thing about being seen as materialistic, this big fear I had in my life. I will make a more in-depth video about how this life that sustains us and we all live is actually 100% in this physical bodies is 100% materialistic, and it's nothing wrong to be seen as a materialistic person, because every single one of us is materialistic. Until the next time, don't refuse ever again money.